Hey guys, Caleb here with DSLR Video Shooter, and today we're going to look at the brand new Rode SM3R and SM4R shock mounts for your microphones. I've been using Rode's SMR3 shock mount for a long time. It's right above me right now holding my NTG4. And recently they've announced this new system using the Rycote suspension system, which I am a big fan of. Obviously they're moving almost everything they make over to that system instead of the rubber band system. So they're making two different models, one designed to go on camera hot shoes and one designed for boom arms, microphone arms, and all that kind of thing. These systems are much better, but they're the same cost at $49, around 50 bucks, which you can pre-order over at B&H, and you'll find a link to that in the description. So without further ado, let's head over to the bench, take a close look at the construction of these two shock mounts. I am really excited about this system, and it sounds probably pretty sad that something like this would get me excited, but it's a much better system to go with the Rycote suspension compared to the old style, which was on pretty much all things Rode, and that was the rubber bands. But this new system I am pretty stoked about. So it's all based on the Rycote suspension, which you can see here. It's one of the most efficient, robust systems out there, so big fan of that. And so you're given two of these little guys with each of these sets, whichever one you go with. And you'll notice here we have little keyed areas that we can attach them with screws that are included. So you can do something really close together like this, where you have two yokes and they're very close together, or you can do them much further apart. You can customize it depending on the microphone that you're going to be using. So this is the SM3R. I keep wanting to say SMR. And this will attach directly to a cold shoe mount. The only problem is you won't be able to really adjust anything unless you use the built-in 3/8 thread there. Another nice thing that's compatible or works on both systems is that on the back here, if I move the microphone out of the way you can see it, we have cable management, which is really slick, and we'll take a look at here in a second. So that's the SM3. Let's look at the SM4. Got it in pieces here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this together. Again, these are keyed, so if you stick it in here, it's not going to rotate or spin around because it's keyed and there's a little indentation there. So this one I'm gonna do a little differently and do further apart. Comes with a Allen key with a slick little Rode handle, which is kind of cute. You'll need to push part of the suspension arm out of the way to actually screw these in. This looks metal, but it's plastic, unless they have invented a new metal. I'm almost positive they did a great job making it look like metal, at least. I'll have to get a magnet out and check that. But it feels insanely durable, so I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. Add my second arm. Super easy. Love that you can mix it up and make changes to this system if you wanted to down the road. I also like this brass base, and they include an adapter, so you have 3/8 out of the box, or you can loosen this inner collar and you have the correct threads to stick this directly on a traditional microphone stand. But let's bring in a much larger microphone. This is the Rode NTG4 Plus, so this is the one that has the battery built in that can be charged via USB. So let's go ahead and snap this guy in here. It's somewhat difficult, but there we go. I know it's not going to go anywhere, so that's good. And you can slide these around a little bit. Get them to kind of the correct area, and there you go. Look at that. Look at all that suspension vibration control going on. So now I'm going to get a cable here, and I'm going to play with this little cable clip on the back here and see what we got. All right, so I've got some cables here. Let's hook up XLR first. All right. And what's cool is it looks like they gave you a couple different sizes to work with. And I love this because you can get the amount of tension that you want. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. So I've got it hooked in there. It is the perfect fit. So kudos engineers over at Rode. It pops right in nicely. But that is not going anywhere, either sliding or wanting to pop back out. But at the same time, you can easily remove it, which is cool. So this will allow you to get the kind of tension you want, give some relief to your cable, because you don't want to, you know, put the hertz on your XLR cables. So this is looking great. And then you can run this either with your built-in boom pole or down a stand, and you know that if this is all loose and crazy down here, you've got that tension point, so it's not going to be tugging on the connector or the jack of the actual microphone. So that is the SMR 3 right here, and the SMR 4. I am a big fan of these. If they had raised the price, I probably wouldn't be as interested and just stuck with and kept dealing with the rubber bands. But if you do a lot of work with shotguns, this is going to be a fantastic option. If I were to buy one, I'd probably skip the SMR 3, because that's only going to give you the cold shoe. You'd have to add an articulating arm or something here. And I would just stick with the SMR 4. So I really dig it. I'm going to go ahead and set this up in the studio and be using this going forward. So that pretty much wraps up this video. You can find a link to each one of these mounts in the description. Let me know what you guys think. Do you use Rode's microphone mounts, or do you use something else? I'd love to hear from you guys on that. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe here to DSLR Video Shooter, like via the button down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.